been our great privilege at Samaritas to be providing services to many communities around the state for 86 years and here in West Michigan for over 60 years. Those are a range of services all the way from young children to the elderly. It's a wonderful opportunity, and in particular, because of growth here in West Michigan, we've been able to develop this West Michigan campus here at the St. Joseph Seminary. This campus will accommodate 53 affordable living apartments for seniors, including 6 for people with disabilities. And this is also the opening of our West Michigan Child and Family Office that will consolidate all of our services for children and families, which include adoption, foster care, refugee services, disability services, substance abuse services, and counseling services into one location for the first time. This will increase our efficiencies of service, allow people to collaborate together much more effectively, and allow us the additional space we need to meet the growing demand for our services. So we're thankful for the City of Grand Rapids for their cooperation and support of this project, for Pinnacle Construction for their wonderful work on the building, for Senair and Huntington for their financial support and involvement in this, Garfield Park Neighborhood Association, and many others in the community that helped support and encourage this. I'd also like to thank the Grand Rapids Community Foundation and the Tomei Foundation for their support of this project. I'm sure we'll have more support in the coming months and years. Thank you very much for being with us for this renovation. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the Samaritas West Michigan campus, and I hope you enjoy the tour.
Welcome. I'm standing here in front of a site of our new affordable living community, Samaritas Affordable Living of Grand Rapids. This project is a low-income housing tax credit project, and part of that was placing it on the National Register of Historical Places with the National Park Service to access historical tax credits. But that meant that we got to do some really special things to this building. So if you come with me, I'd like to point them out. So as you see on the outside of the building, we've got the brick and the stonework, which is original. This building is over 100 years old, and as we renovated the structure, we added copper downspouts and replaced the original slate roof with replica slate tile. So it's got a beautiful character, and it's going to be home to 53 residences for low-income seniors. Let's go take a look inside. Here we are in the front entryway. Let's go in and take a look. So here we have the manager's office, and on the other side, the service coordinator's office. The service coordinator is a really important feature of our communities. It's kind of like the concierge for our seniors. So connecting them to services outside the building and inside the building, making sure that they're part of the community and have access to the resources that they need. And as you enter the main space, one of the prime features of this property is the old chapel from St. Joseph Seminary. And we've been able to preserve that as part of their historical preservation process. So let's take a look. And the incredible chapel space, which is the #1 gathering space for our residents here at Samaritas Affordable Living of Grand Rapids. So this will be where people can have gatherings, parties, family functions, and there's also a coffee kitchen behind so people will be able to access food and beverage for use of this space. Beautiful. This building also has several other community spaces, including a library, a fitness center, an adjoining lounge, and a cafe. As far as the living spaces themselves, there's 53 units total, and in partnership with Pinnacle Construction Group, Chesapeake Community Advisors, and Schneider & Smith Architects, we went to great lengths to maximize the amount of apartments offered within this community. This building contains 37 one-bedroom apartments, 7 studios, 4 lofts, and 5 two-bedroom apartments. And as I mentioned before, 6 of these apartments are barrier-free for persons with mobility impairments. Let's check out one of the apartments as an example. Come on with me. Here we have a one-bedroom apartment. You'll notice the beautiful high ceilings, the original windows that have been restored, letting in lots of natural light. And this is just the living space. The bedroom itself is down this hallway. And then the bedroom with lots of natural light and a generous closet. We're super excited to offer such an amazing sized apartment to one of our low-income seniors that will live here. Each unit is around 1,000 square feet, and that's an incredible amount of space for each person that joins our community here at Samaritas Affordable Living of Grand Rapids. Now, the other part of this campus is the renovation of the gymnasium, which is now the new home for Samaritas Child and Family programs in West Michigan, bringing together a number of different programs in one place. So let's go and check that out. So this has been a great project for Samaritas. You can see I have my mask on since we've just opened the doors and our staff are working already here in this building. But this brings together 3 separate offices for our West Michigan Child and Family programs under one roof. So foster care, adoption, family counseling or preservation, substance use disorder treatment, and disability services, along with our New Americans or refugee programs, all together under one roof finally, and working collaboratively on serving people that are vulnerable here in our community. So let's go inside and take a look. I've got a couple spaces I want to show you. So the first thing I want to point out is this beautiful piece that local artist Eric Picardo collaborated with our kids in foster care, some of our refugees, and some of our seniors over in our senior living community, one that was 103 years old, to create this beautiful oil piece that we eventually printed on some tile. What an awesome piece to have for kids when they walk in the door. Now, one of the great things about this new space is that we have a lot of child and family, foster care family visit rooms. And some of the families, especially those that we serve in our refugee program, are quite large. And so we designed this space to be able to accommodate families that have 5, 6, maybe even 7 kids at a time. Here's a family visit room. We chose bright colors, fun fabrics, and comfortable seating so families can enjoy playtime, share a meal together, and work on restoring their relationships. And one of the most important things is our trauma assessment suite. Now, these counseling rooms, which I'll open up one of these doors, provide a really safe environment for a child who's undergone some serious trauma in their life to be assessed. So we have different games and tests that we can do to make sure that we evaluate kids to develop a plan for their family and for the child so that they can keep moving forward. So this is one of the great new features of our office, the trauma assessment suite. So let's head on down the hallway and check out the rest of the space. So bringing so many staff together, we wanted to create an environment where they could work together, also have their own private space. So we'll be able to work alongside our teammates here and serve so many more children and families through this location. Workspaces were designed to be flexible with shared offices, hoteling cubicles, and private rooms for paperwork and phone calls. The building's conveniently located in the Garfield Park neighborhood, which has access to small businesses, shops, restaurants, churches, and other amenities. There's a bus line that runs right down Burton Street, and so residents are going to have a great location. We look forward to being a permanent part of this community for years to come. We're looking forward to seeing this campus come alive, along with our other service providers and the children and families and the staff that call Samaritas home.